This is Chunks McClue, my hardcore chunk-locked Iron Man with a twist. I'm unlocking the map one clue scroll at a time, with the ultimate goal of filling every stash unit in the game and unlocking the Bloodhound. Welcome to Chunk Hunt. Welcome back to Chunk Hunt, everyone. I am so glad to see you all again. So last time we opened a few easy caskets and we got some of the best loot we could have ever hoped for. So if you haven't seen the last episode yet, I highly recommend checking that out now, as I'm about to show some spoilers. So we opened up some caskets last episode and grabbed ourselves the Cape of Skulls. The most expensive item you can get in the entire game from easy clue scrolls. And we also got some pretty nice fashion scape along the way. My personal favorite is the Wooden Shield G. Absolutely love it. So this episode, we've got quite a few goals that we're going to be hitting. We've got some quests that we're able to complete. We've got some grinds that we need to do. And of course, we have got some clues to hunt. Now, in between episodes, while I was editing, I did do a little bit of fishing while I was in this Hasidious chunk. Grabbed ourselves 51 fishing, and we also got a woodcutting level because I ran out of feathers, so I had to do something else while I edited. So the first thing that we're going to get done is cooking as much of our food as possible. Now we've got just over 1,200 trout and just over 700 salmon. Now unfortunately we can't actually use the ovens in here because they require 100% Hasidious favor to use. Now we will eventually get that favor done, but that's not something we're going to be doing today. So ideally we want a place to cook that's really close to a bank, and for that we're going to go to Falador. So we can bank just here, and if we run just a little bit northeast, there is a house with a range in it. I'm probably being stupid here, and there's probably a much closer range to a bank that I already have unlocked, but for some reason I just can't think of one right now. So I'm happy here. Let's see what kind of cooking level we can get. There's level 30 cooking coming in nice. So I've pretty quickly realized my mistake, and yeah, we can just go to fishing trawler and do this. Well, here we are, and we have an everlasting fire right here and a bank chest right here. Super easy. And there we have level 40 cooking, and there we have level 50. All right, there we go. There is all of the fish in the bank cooked, and we came out with level 53 cooking, which is pretty nice if you ask me. So let's get everything banked. We've got a pretty decent amount of food, and hopefully that is going to last us quite a while. Now, something that I didn't mention at the very beginning of the episode is while I was AFK woodcutting between the videos, I actually managed to get myself 2 clue nests, and one of them is a hard clue scroll. So if we just open these up right here, we got 2 bird's nests, and we've got an easy clue and a hard clue. Now, we have got some stuff that I want to get done in this episode before we really start clue hunting, but we've got the clue scrolls, so we might as well see if we can complete them. This is actually the first hard clue of the entire account, so I'm really hoping that we can get it done, but the chances are quite low. So let's just have a look at it, shall we? Okay, we can actually do that first step. Let's go for it. Okay, next step of the clue is to speak to Brambicle on Trollheim Mountain. Now, that actually gives us the opportunity to do a few quests. So we're going to need to complete Death Plateau and partially complete Troll Stronghold. Now, Death Plateau is no problem at all. We can do that without any issues. And Troll Stronghold requires level 15 agility, which we already have. However, for Troll Stronghold, we also need to get past some pretty high level trolls in multi-combat. And then to actually get to Trollheim Mountain, we need to go through a cave which has even more trolls in multi. So we could survive all of this with the food that we currently have, but I don't want to risk the hardcore status needlessly, as we could be taking quite a lot of damage from those trolls. So we're going to take the time right now to go and train our prayer up to level 43 to unlock all of the protection prayers. And that way we shouldn't have to worry about our status as we go through those trolls. Before we do that though, let's get this easy clue done. So the easy has taken us just north of the Ardy Castle, and it could potentially get us a chunk. Let's just open the drawers and we get a casket. Awesome. First one of the episode right at the beginning. Feels good, man. So we are in the Ardy Castle chunk, and this potentially gives us quite a lot of content. Firstly, and most importantly, might I add, we can insure any pets that we get, which will be very good for our peace of mind. We can also start Underground Pass, Regicide, all of those elf quests we can get started over here as well, which is awesome. And we have access to 2 pints. And if we ever manage to get the Ardy diaries completed, we'll be coming to her to claim our cape. So let's open up the casket and see what lies inside. Red fire lighters. Nice. Awesome. So we're going to get on with our plan to get this hard clue completed. So we're going to head into the Tavoli dungeon and pick ourselves up a dusty key. Definitely need to be a little bit careful in here, especially when we get to the higher level monsters like the lesser demons, as we do still have our hardcore status to worry about. As I've said right from the very beginning of the series, if we ever do lose the hardcore status, it's not the end of the series, as that was just a bonus goal to see how long it would last. We are going to have to go into the wilderness quite a lot during the series, so I do not expect it to last forever. But I'd like it if we didn't lose it today, so we're still going to be pretty careful. That's why we've got an inventory full of food. And it's also why we're wearing our very expensive Cape of Skulls, because it actually gives us the same defensive bonuses as an obby cape. Okay, so I'm sure most people already know this, but in order to get access to the dragons, if you don't have level 70 agility, you first need a dusty key, and you get that by heading into the Black Knight stronghold over here. And if we just make our way down to the eastern wing, we need to kill this jailer. Oh my god, I haven't brought a weapon with me. What the hell am I doing? We're gonna see if we can get the kill anyway. Maybe if we kick him. And there we go, we kicked him to death. And we got the jail key, which is cool, because that's the next step in the plan. What we need to do is enter this room right here. And then if we go and talk to Velrak the Explorer, he can give us the dusty key. And once you've got the dusty key, you don't need the jail key anymore, so we can just drop that. And this is going to give us entrance into the Blue Dragon area. However, I'm not going there right now because I don't have a weapon, because I am a dum-dum. There we go, much better. So as we have our dusty key, we can just quickly run past the lesser demons and make our way into the dragon chamber. Now we're going to be fighting baby blue dragons, and we're going to be burying their bones. We don't have access to any kind of XP boosting prayer methods, like we can't get to the wilderness altar, we don't have a gilded altar. There is no chance we're getting to the Ectofunctus, so we're just going to have to settle for burying bones. Now, I could technically go and fight the big blue dragons that would be just over there, but I don't have that much money for runes and arrows and things like that. Okay, that's the first trip of baby blue dragons done. We're able to get about 20 to 25 kills per trip, and that is while bringing a full inventory of trout. So maybe we're going to need to start thinking about safe spotting at some point. We will see. All right, so I've been doing quite a lot of kills down here, and it's taking around 1 minute to maybe 1.5 minutes per kill. And that is equating to extremely slow prayer XP. I'm also kind of wondering if it would be better if I just went somewhere else, as these guys literally only drop bones. Yes, we are going to get the prayer experience from them, but we're not really going to benefit the account in the way that we might from a different monster, for example. Yeah, we're definitely going to move on to somewhere else after this kill, and I've got a pretty good idea of where we should go. So we're going to make use of the Edgeville dungeon, as we unlocked it in the last episode, but we didn't really do very much in there. And we're going to be spending some time killing hill giants. Now, they drop big bones, which only give 15 XP per berry, which is exactly half of the amount that you get from baby blue dragons. However, I'm pretty confident that I can kill them twice as fast as I can baby blue dragons. So that is going to make up for the XP per hour. So we're going to be looking for the big bones, the giant keys, and the beginner clue scrolls. And there we go. We didn't get a pop-up for some reason, but we just hit level 50 attack. Hey, there we have the first giant key on the account. We're going to be saving these up all the way until 43 prayer. We're going to see how many of them we can collect. Just a nice little bonus goal to keep it interesting. And look at that, the very first ever long bone on the account. Shame it could have been a giant key, but we'll take it. We're not going to be able to use it for like a long time. We need to actually unlock Dorgish Khan, which is locked behind a very specific elite clue step, which we are very far away from unlocking. So we're just going to keep that in the bank for now. And there we go. That is level 50 defense coming in. Didn't get a chat pop-up message, same as like almost every other level we've had so far in the video, but still pretty nice. Let's start working on attack again. So we've been with the hill giants for about 1,000 kills, and I'm about to pull the classic old school RuneScape YouTuber move. We missed the level, but we have achieved level 37 prayer giving us Protect from Magic. The first overhead on the account is unlocked. That is huge, but we're not done yet. Now, the interesting thing about this grind is that it also gives us the chance to get beginners. Now, although we basically have unlocked every chunk that we can get from beginner clues so far, we are still hunting them and we are still completing all of them. And there's two reasons for that. Firstly, we want the collection log. Secondly, something very interesting about one particular beginner clue step has come to my attention, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when we actually get it. So let's pray for the RNG, let's pray for the step that we need, and this is the step that we have been looking for. So I think it's time that we talk about our good friend Hans. We currently have a clue step and we need to speak to Hans, who wanders around Lumbridge Castle. Now, to the uninitiated, that's just your average beginner step. Pretty useless to us because it's in a chunk that we unlocked right at the start of the account. However, while unlocking a casket in Lumbridge is not going to do anything for the account, unlocking a chunk over here just to the west of Lumbridge is actually going to do a lot for the account. You see, in this chunk we've got a very important location, and that is the Ham Lair. The Ham Lair is super important because along with Goblin Village, it unlocks the ability for us to do the Lost Tribe quest. And when we complete that quest, we can buy ourselves a bone crossbow, which is basically going to be our best range training method for a long time. It also opens up a nice thieving method and a great way of getting easy clues by thieving the Ham members. So overall, this chunk is actually very important. Now, up until recently, this chunk has only been accessible by unlocking it through medium clues. There is exactly one medium clue step which you can unlock this chunk using. However, if we can somehow coax Hans into this chunk and then speak to him and gain a casket whilst inside this chunk, then boys and girls, we've just unlocked this chunk early. In a move that has been dubbed by my community as the Hans manipulation, it is an absolute game changer. So we're going to go and pay a visit to our friend Hans. And you might be wondering, how are we going to get him out of the castle and over into this chunk? If we drop our clue scroll and talk to Hans and position ourselves just over here, we can tell him that we're going to kill everyone inside the castle. And he's basically just going to panic. And as you can see, he always runs to the west because that's where the castle is when you speak to him out the front. So what we've just done now is forced him into this chunk. Now that we've got the clue scroll in our inventory, we can talk to him. And if he gives us the casket, we've unlocked this chunk. We've done it. Oh my God, we've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hans manipulation. This is one of the moments where I just want to shout out the community of people playing Chunk Hunt accounts. It's incredible to me that so many of you guys have actually started to play along with this game mode that I created. And what's even more incredible to me is the theory crafting that you guys are doing as well. So much thought is being put into how we can break the game, how we can manipulate different things to unlock chunks and make progress in ways that you would just never think of doing otherwise. And if you're interested in making your own Chunk Hunt account and playing along, please feel free to do so. And if you fancy it, feel free to join my Discord. The link is in the description and you can share all of your progress with the community there. Anyway, let's unlock this chunk. I know that we've not technically been locked into Lumbridge for quite some time because of the Chronicle and the canoe, but we now finally have literally no restrictions on moving in and out of Lumbridge. We can just walk from Lumbridge to Draenor. How good is that? Okay, Hans, I want to say thank you very much for your assistance. You're a great man. Let's open up the casket. Trash. Okay, we've come back to Blue Dragons because we've gained quite a lot of levels, and I feel like we can actually get a little bit faster XP here now that we've got them. But we've just got a Beekeeper event, and this could be the last piece of the Beekeeper outfit, so let's see if we can get it. Are we going to get lucky? We are lucky, yes! Now, this doesn't really mean anything for our account in particular, but it's just an awesome thing to have completed. This is the first random event outfit complete on the account. Feels good, man. It feels real good. Just finished a trip at the Baby Blues, and we're about to hit a nice prayer level right here. And there it is, level 40 prayer. And that equips us with the Protect from Missiles prayer, which is pretty nice. 3 more levels to go, boys. Let's keep at it. And here we go, guys. These are the last bones that are required for the iconic, the absolutely essential level 43 prayer. we can now protect from melee, which is probably one of the most important prayers in the entire game. It feels so good to have this grind done. It definitely could have been done a little bit faster if we had access to some kind of an altar or some kind of prayer XP boosting method, but we don't. So that was a lot of hill giants, and then as we finished it off at baby dragons, a lot of baby dragons killed as well. As well as getting level 43 prayer, we did collect ourselves 25 beginner caskets, which is pretty nice. And from Obor, we grabbed 8 giant keys, and we are definitely going to be going to kill Obor at some point quite soon. But that's not what we're doing right now. Now that we have 43 prayer, we've got a little bit of questing to do. Right, so now that we've got that grind out of the way, it's time for us to move on and continue with our hard clue step. Now, we need to go and speak to the gnome bloke who is on Trollheim Mountain up here. And so we need to complete Death Plateau, and then we need to do partial completion of Troll Stronghold, just until the point we get up to Trollheim. Once we get there, we can walk all the way around here and then take this path to the west and then head up through the mountain cave. Okay, and there is Death Plateau complete, 3000 attack XP and a pair of steel claws. Oh, and look at that, that's brought us up to level 61 attack. That's pretty nice. Damn, we look like Wolverine. All right, we're geared up in our best mage gear for safe spotting, and we're about to start Troll Stronghold. Tenzing, my guy, it is great to see you again. Can I buy some climbing boots, please? 12 gold? No problemo. And there we go, some absolutely beautiful climbing boots. Best in slot for our melee setup for a long time. Probably until we get dragon boots, to be honest, or at least Addy or rune boots. So let's pop them on. Damn. Now we should be able to safe spot this guy by just standing on this tile and casting magic, and we shouldn't take any damage at all. But if we make a mistake, he could slap us down. But it looks like we're doing fine, actually. There we go, Dad has given up and we may pass. Now, I think during the next area, we are going to need to be praying melee because we're going to start to be attacked by all sorts of trolls all over the place, and they are quite high levels. So I know that we also want to be very careful with our prayer points. Okay, so we managed to get all the way through that part without using any of our prayer points or any of our food. I might just eat up to full health just to be on the safe side. Now, we've made it to Trollheim. This is the area which we needed to get to in the quest to actually complete our clue steps. So we're not going to be completing any more of this quest because it's not required to get to the clue step. Now we actually just have to make it there. So unfortunately, we don't have the agility level to use these shortcuts just yet, but luckily we have protect from range. So we're going to be popping that on right now and running past these guys. And then we're going to be taking this path over here. Now, inside this cave is the whole reason why 43 prayer was necessary for this clue step to be completed. So we're going to pop it on and get right in there. We definitely do not want to be taking damage from these guys. Level 121 ice trolls would absolutely shred us to pieces. It is a little bit better than I thought though, because I thought that this area was multi-combat. Obviously, I was wrong about that. So I think if we enter this crevasse over here, we have arrived on top of Trollheim Mountain. So let's talk to Brambickle. I'm struggling with this. Please help me solve it. No problem at all, my friend. Absolutely beautiful. That is one solved puzzle for you, Brambickle. And we've got another clue step. Now, after all that work to complete the last clue step, let's just hope and pray that we can finish this one as well. In the wilderness, Graveyard of Shadows. We need a spade. We need to defeat a Zamorak wizard. I think we can do that. Okay, we're about to head into the wilderness for the first time on this account, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm pretty scared. My hands are a bit sweaty, but let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. And this is actually going pretty well. It's going a lot better than I thought it would. There we go. We got another clue. Let's get the frick out of here. And the next clue's in the wilderness again. Oh my god. Let's go. We got another clue. Let's get out of here. Let's run. Right. Let's check this next step. Fossil Island, East Museum Camp. Okay, so that is an interesting one as well. We have a few things that we need to consider for this step. So unfortunately, this is a sad day for this hard clue scroll. In order to do Bon Voyage to get ourselves onto Fossil Island, we need to make a Marantil potion unfinished, which requires level 5 Herblore. Now, as I haven't even unlocked the skill Herblore right now, we only have level 1. And as we don't have the stats needed to complete the quest, we unfortunately have to drop this clue. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you, and as a silver lining, at least we did get our protection prayers for it. We also had a nice adventure in the wilderness. Anyway, with that hard clue fiasco sorted out and resolved now, we can actually get on with the goals that I set myself for this episode. So I want to get on with a few quests that we can actually do in our unlocked chunks now. Last episode, with all of the areas that we unlocked, we actually gave ourselves the ability to complete quite a few of them. So the first one we're going to get knocked out is Sheep Shearer. Hey Fred, it's me. Don't worry about the skull above my head. I'm just here to provide you with some balls of wool. And Sheep Shearer is completed. Alright, then next up is Goblin Diplomacy, and we're just collecting the materials that we need to make the dyes for the Goblin Mail. And there is both of the dyes that we require for the quest. Let's go and do a bit of negotiating with the goblins. General Wartface, my friend, I've heard that you're having a bit of trouble deciding on the colour of your armours. Maybe I can help you with that. Here we go, lads. I've got you some lovely brown armour here. I think the you goblins are going to look absolutely smashing in it. And there's Goblin Diplomacy complete. 200 crafting XP and a gold bar. Nice. And actually, more important than either of those is 5 quest points. That is huge. 28 in total. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's go and talk to Doric and get his quest completed. Hey up mate, I'm carrying some weird ores and clay in my backpack. I was wondering if you fancied some of them. What's that? You do want that stuff in my backpack? How convenient. Well, I'll let you take it off my hands for a small fee. Absolutely beautiful. 1 quest point. We can now use Doric's Anvil, which is, you know, cool. All right, we are on an absolute questing roll right now. I think it's time that we talk to Willow and we get Below Ice Mountain started. That's going to actually unlock us an entire new area underneath the mountain near the Dwarven Mine, as well as some sweet, delicious quest points. So let's get on with it. Now, this quest is a little bit famous these days because it has what has got to be the longest cutscene in all of old school RuneScape. This literally goes on for like 5 minutes, and all it is your character just running about and doing exercise. Oh no, what is my character doing? He's running into Varrock Castle. I haven't unlocked that chunk. Oh, sorry guys. Account over. We're gonna have to restart. Anyway, we might have aged about 4 years in the time it took to watch that cutscene, but it was all worth it because we unlocked the Flex emote. And there we have Below Ice Mountain complete. 2,000 coins, access to the ruins of Kamzadal, and 1 quest point, putting us at a total of 30. So we've completed a lot of quests so far today, and I'm just feeling motivated to keep on going. There's still a couple more that we can do naturally in the chunks that we already have unlocked. So next up on the list is the Lost Tribe, and this one actually is a real game changer for the account, and you'll see why in just a moment. Okay, so I've gotten like halfway through the quest now, and actually there's a pretty disappointing moment that's just come up here. We need to search the northwest bookcase in the Varrock Castle library, but we don't have that chunk unlocked yet, and as we're not doing this for a clue step, we're just trying to complete this clue sort of naturally. We can't do that. So unfortunately, we are just going to have to stop this quest right here now, and we can continue with it as soon as we unlock the Varrock Castle chunk. So that is pretty disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I was really looking forward to completing that quest because once we complete the Lost Tribe, we can buy ourselves a bone crossbow, and that's gonna be the best by far range training method for the account until we can unlock like a rune crossbow or a magic short bow, for example. So what we're gonna do now is try and complete the final quest that we are actually able to do on our account without unlocking more chunks or getting clue steps that require quest completion. Now, the quest that we're going to be doing is Imp Catcher. I actually have been killing imps passively as I see them around the game, and we have 3 out of the 4 beads in the bank. The last one that we need is the yellow bead, so we're going to be hunting for imps and we're going to be catching them. There we go, there's a yellow bead on the ground. Thank you very much, Mr. Imp. It did take a little bit of world hopping, and there's only 1 imp spawn in this area, so it took quite a long time, but it didn't actually take that many imp kills to get the bead that we needed. So let's head on back down to the Wizard's Tower. Wizard Misgog, my friend, I've got some beads for you. There we go, hand him over, and he's just going to perform his little ritual. And Imp Catcher has been completed. Fantastic. Now, at our current magic level, the XP doesn't really matter that much. The quest point's nice, but the main thing that I'm pretty happy about here is the Amulet of Accuracy. Now, unless we're going to be using magic, this is probably going to be our best insular amulet for a little while. Alright, so with Imp Catcher complete, we now have 31 quest points, and I'd really like to move that up to 32 so that we can enter the Champions Guild and buy ourselves some pretty significant armor and weapon upgrades. However, as we are not able to complete the Lost Tribe anymore, we're going to need to unlock some new chunks or get some clue steps that require quest completion. And I haven't really had a chance to grind out mediums so far on this account. So I think that there's no better time than now. I want to start grinding some mediums, getting some new areas unlocked, and hopefully getting some pretty nice loot out of these guys. So we're going to be farming the Falador guards for their medium clues. It's a 1 out of 128 drop chance from them, so we might be here for a little while. Alright, we need to search the crate inside the clothes shop in Canifis. Let's head over there. Okay, the trail has led us to Camelot. Let's talk to Sir Kay. And we have been rewarded with a casket. Fan-bloody-tastic. And with that, we also get a brand new chunk. So we have unlocked the Camelot Castle chunk, which is pretty awesome. Now, there's a few quests that we can start, but I don't think we can actually complete any of these naturally. So, you know, that's a bit of a rip, but never mind. The one thing about this chunk that is actually really good is this farming patch right here. We can now actually train farming normally. We can just come back and forth from this allotment patch. We can plant all of our potato seeds and everything, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to become certified professional farmers. Just so you guys wait. Anyway, as we unlocked a new chunk, we are going to open up the casket now. Let's see what we get inside. Oh, sick. That's actually really good. An adamant kite shield G. That's a new best in slot for us for our melee shield. And we unlocked a few Lunar Isle teleports, which are not super useful for us right now, but when we start doing clues over there, or maybe even some quests, they're going to come in nice and handy. Let's check this bad boy out. Nice, looking good. Right, so that was an absolutely beautiful clue, and I'm super happy with the chunk that we unlocked and with the items that we got in the casket, so that's amazing. So I guess there's no reason to not try and get another one. And we've managed to hit step 3 on another medium. We've got to speak to Kaylee in Falador. Let's hope that we don't get the casket here. I'd rather be unlocking new chunks, to be honest. And we got the casket. Okay, never mind. It's not a new chunk, so we are going to save this one for the end of the episode. Very nice. It looks like we've got a clue step that's going to take us back into Ardoyne. And if you remember from last time, we actually unlocked a chunk over there, which we're going to be revisiting. And as we're revisiting this chunk for a clue step, we can stay here and take care of a bit of business. Maybe you remember, maybe not. It was quite a while ago. But our current Slayer task is monkeys, and we've been pretty much locked out of Slayer because of that. But there's monkeys in the Ardoyne Zoo. And if we take a ranged weapon with us, we can complete that Slayer task while we're here and potentially go ahead and do a little bit more Slayer. All right, monkeys. Let's see how you like my bow and arrow. And that is the last of them. 2 Slayer tasks completed. Fantastic. Now for this next clue step, I actually need to go to Berthorpe anyway because I need to grab myself a pair of green D-hide chaps. And the only place that I can actually get those from right now would be from the archers in Berthorpe. So we're going to head over to Berthorpe, kill those guys, grab ourselves a nice cheeky pair of green D-hide chaps, and also while we're there, grab a new Slayer task. Now the drop rate for the green D-hide chaps is 1 out of 21. So hopefully it's not going to take too long to grab this. Looks like we got a pair of studded chaps, not the ones that we're looking for, but I guess I'm just going to pick them up anyway. Hey, and there they are on the ground. Absolutely beautiful. So the other thing that we need for our medium clue step is a ring of forging, and we've got the crafting level to make one, so that is no problem at all. But we need to grind out 2 more magic levels to enchant it. So I'm figuring we might as well head back to Minotaurs for a little bit, train our magic on them where they're not going to do any damage, and we've got the potential easy clues to get done as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so I just realized that we can actually just boost for the magic level. Okay, let's take a quick sippy and then enchant the ring. Lovely. Okay, there we go. That is the clue step completed. Let's have a look at the next one. Right, well, this is a potentially useless chunk if we get this casket now, but let's have a look. Okay, well, I mean, at least we're unlocking the map and at least we get to have a look at what's inside. The only thing I can think of that we would ever use this chunk for is chompy bird hunting, because I think this is the best place to do it. This is where I always do it, back when I've done it before, like on my main and other Iron Man accounts. But we can't even get back here, so it's still not very useful. Let's open up the casket. And it's a big old bunch of nothing. And we have yet another clue step that is going to force us to train our skills. We need to wear a ruby amulet. Now, we don't have one of those in the bank, so we're going to have to make one. Now, unfortunately, we don't quite have the crafting level, but it can be trained in our unlocked chunks. So it looks like it's time to do a little bit of sand and soda ash purchasing. And there we go. There is the last of the glass smelted. Now we just got to turn it into things, and that's going to be the level. So I'll see you in a few minutes. And here we go, guys. It looks like this is going to be it. Level 50 crafting has been achieved. So now we can make ourselves a ruby amulet, which is going to allow us to grab ourselves this clue step completion. And also, when we're finished with that, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves an amulet of strength, which is going to be a massive improvement on the amulet of accuracy for our melee damage. Well, we now have everything we need in our inventory to complete this clue step. However, there is one more thing we need to do before we can get it done, and that is complete the Observatory quest, because we need to do that in order to get to, well, the Observatory. Luckily, there are no stat requirements, and we have everything that we need to be able to complete it, so let's go get it done. And there we go, Observatory quest is complete. So that leaves us with one last thing to do in this area, and that will be to complete our clue step. Thank you very much, Yuri. And we've got another clue. Let's have a look. West of the Tree Gnome Stronghold. Let's go. All right, Party Pete. No casket, no casket, no casket. That is unfortunate. No chunk for us. Let's pop it in the bank and get hunting again. Actually, though, before we do start hunting more mediums, we had to complete a quest for that last clue, which has put us above the required 32 quest points to enter the Champions Guild. So we're going to head right on in there now, and we're going to head upstairs because there are some pretty nice upgrades up here for us. So our good friend Scavo over here is going to provide us with a couple of upgrades. Starting out, we're going to be grabbing some rune plate legs, and then we're going to grab a rune chain body as well. And finally, we're going to be looking for that rune sword. So that is 3 upgrades to our armor set right now, all of which are actually pretty big ones too. Oh yeah, look at that. Now the rune sword in particular is quite a big upgrade against the Addy sword, and it's going to improve our speed when killing those guards quite a lot. So hopefully it won't take so long to grab those medium clues. Okay, we're rocking the new setup, and I gotta be honest, I think we're looking pretty nice. Let's show these guards what we're made of. All right, we've got another medium clue, and looks like we're going to have to travel to Miscellanea. And that means that we are going to need to complete the Fremenic Trials. That is pretty huge for the potential progression down the line for the account. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get ourselves any of the Fremenic helms just yet because they are still in a locked chunk after we complete the quest. But the potential for big improvement is here. Okay, and there is the Fremenic Trials complete. We are now a Fremenic. We get a load of XP in a few various different skills and a few quest points, but most importantly, we can now get ourselves over to Miscellanea. And at long last, we have arrived in Miscellanea. Are we going to get the casket? No, we are not. Let's have a look at the next clue. Banana Plantation in Karamja. Let's go. Luthers, my friend, have you got a casket for me? Yes, you do. Very awesome indeed. Let's quickly unlock this chunk right here. So we've unlocked Musa Point, which is pretty nice. We can catch ourselves some swordfish here. It's a teleport location for the Amulet of Glory when we eventually get one. And until we unlock this chunk down here, the rest of the chunk is basically useless because we can't get back here without another clue. So never mind about the usefulness of the chunk. Let's have a look at what's in the casket. We've been brought on a pilgrimage to the graveyard of heroes in Shazian. Let's examine a ceremonial pillar for good luck and see if we get ourselves a casket. Oh, we did get a casket. Awesome. The ceremonial pillar was excellent luck for us. We couldn't have asked for anything better. So let's unlock this chunk. So it doesn't look like there's anything too useful in here. We can get back here with the Cardus Memoirs when we eventually complete all the quests required for that. And there's the Shazian crypts, which I'm not sure what is actually inside them. Let's go and check those out now. Okay, there's a lot of high level monsters, and I'm really not sure what else. This might have something to do with the Dragon Slayer 2 quest. I really can't remember. So anyway, not a lot really in this chunk, but let's open up the casket and see what's inside. Oh, hell yeah, another adamant shield. That's awesome. And a blessing. Extremely awesome. We are absolutely feeling blessed. It looks like we've got to go inside the Barbarian Agility course. And before we're able to actually do that, we need to complete the Alfred Grimm's Tales, whatever his name is, bar crawl. So let's go and get ourselves very drunk. We made it back to the Barbarian Guard, but we are not speaking very well. And there we go, the bar crawl is complete. Let's go and get this clue step done. Another cool thing about completing this mini quest is that you can automatically set yourself up to smash your vials when you finish drinking potions, and I'm definitely going to get that set up as a yes please. And right away, the next step is a drop. So back to guards we go. So I'm sorry about my voice at the moment. I have got a little bit of an issue with my throat, but we are on our way to get a clue step completed in the Catherby fishing shop. And that'll be a nice chunk unlock because it will give us access to a fruit tree patch. Well, we didn't unlock this chunk, but we have just got a music track step in which we need to unlock the song Catch Me If You Can. Now, this song is unlocked by going down into the Ardoin rat pit, and that's going to require partial completion of the Rat Catcher's quest. And in order to start the Rat Catcher's quest, we've got to do Icthlorin's Little Helper and Gertrude's Cat. Well, there's Gertrude's Cat complete, and we've got ourselves a beautiful little kitten and a cooking level. Can't complain there. So, time to get on with Icthlorin's Little Helper, and that'll be quest complete as well. Now we've got a lovely little kitten following us around, so what I'd like you to do is have a little think really hard about this and make a good decision. What should I name the cat? Comment it down below, and whoever's I like best is going to be the name of our new kitty. Okay, and with that done, it's time to go back to Gertrude, start Rat Catchers, and get this music track unlocked. I only need to partially complete this quest in order to unlock the music track that we need, but oh my god, it is the worst part of the quest that we need to do. Wow, that took absolutely forever, but it's finally done, so we can talk to Jimmy Dazzler and then go down this ladder right here to unlock the song we need for our clue step. Excellent, so let's just take a step down here, and there we go, we've unlocked Catch Me If You Can. And finally, there is the casket. Fantastic, it's in a duplicate, so we're going to pop it in the bank, and we're going to go hunting some more. So we've just obtained ourselves a medium clue from Taria over here in Rimington. She didn't let us unlock the chunk, unfortunately, but she has given us a clue, which is going to require for us to partially complete the tourist trap. Okay, now that we've made it to this point in the quest, we can finish our clue, and we no longer need to complete any more of the quest. So let's see, are we going to get the casket? We are going to get the casket. Fantastic. So let's quickly unlock this chunk. Brilliant, we're really making our way down into the desert now. Not that there's anything particularly useful in this chunk apart from this area here, which allows us to complete the tourist trap without using clue scrolls if we can get a few more chunks unlocked. Let's get out of here and then get that casket opened. We are going to open up this casket. Let's see what's inside. Nothing very exciting, to be honest. Okay. Oh, and would you look at that, level 60 strength coming in from this wonderful generous guard right here, who I've heard is going to drop us a clue scroll as well. Oh, what a scam. Well, thanks to the very generous guardsman of the Falador area, we are about to unlock ourselves a new chunk. Looks like we've got a casket in Brimhaven. Let's open up the casket. What's inside? Nothing really. Okay, well, another clue has blessed us with the ability to complete a quest, because we need to go and play the song Fairy for Cecilia, and you don't unlock that until you get yourself into Zenaris, and so we need to go ahead and complete the Lost City. So let's get on with it. So here's a top tip for anybody doing this quest. When you get to the very end and you get to actually chop down the branches from the Draymond tree, chop down as many as you can possibly carry. It just saves you time later when you eventually die somewhere and lose your Draman staff. You can just very easily just make some more with the extra supplies that you've got in your bank, because you were smart and you planned ahead. And there we go, Lost City is complete. We get a few quest points and access to Zenaris. Now, we haven't actually unlocked Zenaris yet, because we actually need to either complete a clue step inside Zenaris or unlock the Eastern Lumbridge Swamp Link that has the shed in it that you can get to Zenaris from. So for now, the only thing that we're going to be doing in here is just unlocking the music track that we need to complete our clue, and then getting the hell out of here. And there we have a clue step complete. Let's continue on with this scroll. And on the next step, we've got the potential for a pretty massive upgrade here. So let's see if we can unlock this chunk. Ah, never lucky, man. Never lucky. Well, even though we didn't unlock Relica, at least we are going to unlock the Ranging Guild. And there we go. There's the casket. Let's quickly unlock this chunk. And there really isn't very much in here. There's Temple of Ikov, which I think means that we can complete the Temple of Ikov quest if we speak to Lucifer or whatever his name is over here. We don't need to do anything in Ardoin apart from speak to him to start and finish the quest, and then the rest of the quest takes place underground. So I think that we can do that, but we won't be able to do that until we get another clue here or until we unlock some chunks that allow us to travel back here anyway. So overall, pretty disappointing. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally around. Let's open up this casket. Okay. Oh my god, I got back to Ardoin and literally 2 guard kills later, there's another medium clue. And we need to speak to Jethic in West Ardoin. And now that means we're going to have to go ahead and I think we're going to have to complete a quest. Maybe we only need to start one. 100% we need to at least start Plague City. So let's see how far through the quest we need to get before we can complete this step. We've made it into West Ardoin, so let's just talk to Jethic and see if we can complete a clue scroll. Looks like we can do it. Awesome, cool. So that is fine. We don't need to do any more of this quest. Let's move on. We're on step number 4 of that very same clue. And I think we may just be able to unlock the Slayer Tower here. Now, the chunk that we're currently in is not going to unlock the Slayer Tower, but I feel like maybe if we push it just a little bit, we can position ourselves into that chunk just here and maybe, just maybe, get the casket there. Nothing interesting happens. Absolutely devastated. Okay, let's just dig here then. And it's a new casket. Fantastic. So there is another chunk unlocked. We've unlocked Patrodermis, which is pretty nice. Doesn't unlock anything in particular except for a nice and easy fairy ring and an Arceus teleport over here, so we can get ourselves back to Mauritania pretty easily. Let's have a look at the casket. Well, here comes another casket in a locked chunk, so let's grab that right now from my man Hazelmere. And there we go, that is the casket unlocked, so let's unlock this chunk just south of the fishing trawler, which I guess gives us a little bit of a landmass right here. Let's see what's inside. Oh, an Amulet of Power. That is actually a pretty nice upgrade for us. That's going to be our best in slot range amulet for quite some time, at least until we unlock a Glory. And a green D'hide body, but we can't wear it as we haven't completed Dragon Slayer yet. Anyway, that is actually the last medium clue that we're going to do on our grind just for now. We'll open all of the caskets that we've got in the bank at the end of the episode. And I want to go ahead and get something else done now. So you may be able to guess by my gear and my inventory what we're about to go and do. During the grind to 43 prayer at the start of the episode, we actually managed to get ourselves 8 giant keys, so I'd like to go and knock out all of those Obor KC right now. He has the chance to give us some pretty nice loot, and we also get a beginner clue for every kill, so it's definitely worth us doing. Now, I don't have very many prayer points, so I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to run out, especially since I don't have super powerful spells either. But we're just going to take him on, see how we do, and if it looks like at any point we're going to die, then I'm just going to teleport out. God, it would not be good to lose the hardcore status to Obor, would it? Let's go for it. Come on, he's nearly gone. He's nearly dead. Oh, stop splashing, come on. There we go. Obor kill down. That is the first boss KC on the account. And we got ourselves a easy combat task, which is nice. And a rune chain body, which is also pretty nice. Obor kill number 2 coming in. Oh, hey, that's awesome. We got another combat achievement done. I'm not really sure which one that is. I think it might be for not getting pushed back against a wall by Obor. Okay, this kill is going quite a lot worse than the last couple have. Hopefully we don't have to teleport away. There we go. Wow, that was a really close one. Oh, and a cool rune full helm. That's actually a nice upgrade for us. We'd no longer have to wear our smelly old Addy full helm. Here's an idea for an update, Jagex. How about when I click on a monster to attack them, we attack the monster? That'd be a great update, you know. Oh, every single one is a splash. This could be a bail. I might have to bail here. What a waste of a key. Ugh, why? Why? I'm running so low on supplies and prayer points. Ugh, I just need more of those. Come on, like 2 more of those. Yes. Is it going to be it? Yes. Oh my god, that was so close. That was so close. Obor champion. What is that? Just a kill count task? I'm not sure. And we got 13k for our efforts. Probably the worst loot we could have asked for, but never mind. We've run out of swordfish now, so the best food that we have available is salmon. So I'm really hoping that we can get a little bit luckier on these hits than we've been getting recently, just to get these last 3 kills done. And in fact, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. We've swapped out our chaos runes for death runes, and we're going to use water blast instead, just for a little bit more damage from our spells. And hopefully that is going to negate the lack of healing power that we have by not having any swordfish. So let's just do our best. That's all we can do, and hope for a nice drop. I would really like a rune kite shield. That would be absolutely perfect here. Wow, okay, that kill went so much better. It was so much faster. We used barely any food, so that is pretty amazing. And hey, another giant key, so I guess that means we get to do 1 more kill here. And a second rune full helm. Not what we are looking for. Nature runes, not too bad. Not what we're looking for though. And down he goes. Fantastic. And literally nothing good there. Just some chaos runes. Okay, well, that's all of our Obor keys used up. So let's just get this last beginner sorted out. And there's the last clue casket that we are going to be getting this episode. So let's go ahead and check out what is in our bank. Okay, so we've got 35 beginners and 4 mediums to open. Let's just get right into it. We're going to start off with the beginners, of course. Frog slippers, a duplicate already. Oh, hey, look at that. A Amulet of Defense tee. That's a pretty nice unique right there. Always nice to see the pop-up. Ah, look at that sandwich lady bottoms as well. We're getting so close to completing that outfit and finally achieving peak fashionscape. Okay, so we got some pretty nice uniques from them beginners. We're really starting to fill up the collection log. So let's have a quick look right now and see how many of the beginner uniques we have currently. Okay, so that's 7 out of 16 total. If we get 1 more beginner unique going forward, we can roll on the endgame chunk table. So let's do these final 4 medium clue caskets. Did someone say Rangers? No, someone didn't say Rangers, and we even got a duplicate page as well. That is quite disappointing. So I know that we normally end every episode after we open up all of the caskets in the bank, but there's something that I'd forgotten to do earlier on, and that is to get another Slayer task. So I think what I want to do in the next video is really work on a lot of account progression, because there's a lot of clues and quests that we need for clues that we're just not going to be able to do right now. So we're going to start that off with a bit of Slayer. So Vanica, give me a task I can do. 82 trolls. As Vanica wasn't kind to us, we're just going to try and skip with Toriel and get ourselves a task that we actually can do. So, Toriel, please be nice. 34 wolves. We can do that. Awesome. So, we're going to be training some Slayer in the next video, but that is where we're going to end things for today. So, if you've made it all the way to the end of this very long video, you're an absolute legend. So, thank you very much for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.